I'm excited for today's video because I just expanded my ATM business once again. I told you guys from the very beginning of this year, one out of my 3 goals this year is to double my ATM business. For those of you who are new to the channel, 2 years ago, I acquired 4 ATM machines, and since then, I've been able to grow that business to up to 12 ATMs. This one being the 12th. It's actually pretty funny to me because I acquired this machine the same way I acquired the last 2 transactions that I did. I just bought it from somebody else. But before I jump into the video, I do have to ask you, because it does take a long time to set everything up and get all this video for you. I make these videos so I can help you. So if you can help me by just hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, it does help me out tremendously. So thank you in advance. In this industry, there's different ways to get started, but buying a route from somebody else is one of the most expensive ways to get into the ATM business, but it's also one of the fastest ways to get started. This is actually how I got started a couple years ago. It's funny to me because I still remember buying my original route. I honestly didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was really just gambling at that point in my life. I was either gonna A, lose all my money, or B, get my money within 2 years. Either way, I am glad that I got into the business because the numbers make sense. And that's all I really care about when I make investments. Do the numbers make sense? And that's what I wanna talk about today, numbers, when it comes to investments. Because one thing that I tell everyone, men and women lie, but numbers never will. So let's look at the number. The acquisition was for just 1 machine. That machine was bringing in anywhere from 80 to 100 transactions a month. The surcharge, which is the money that we charge to use this machine, was $3.25. The acquisition was for 1 machine. This machine was bringing in anywhere from 80 to 100 transactions a month, and it was set at a $3.25 surcharge, which is the amount of money that we charge to use this machine. The store owner would receive 75 cents per transaction, and I would profit $2.50 per transaction. Last year, this location did over 1,142 transactions within a year, meaning the owner of this location profited over $3,000 with just 1 machine. I remember when I saw the post about this location. This deal was something that I couldn't pass on. The numbers made sense. Yeah, boy, so if this machine was profiting, why would an owner even sell this location? Well, here's why. The owner of that location was moving out of state, so he needed money fast. And that's what happens in this industry. Sometimes you have to get out of the business. Since he needed to sell and he was motivated to sell, he just needed to get rid of it as soon as possible because he was set on a deadline. He put this location up for sale for $4,000, and because I was quick to act on it and actually be serious about putting this under contract, I was able to get a deal on this and still get it under asking, and I got this location for $3,800, meaning in about 1 year I would get all my money back. 1 year to get all my return on my investment? Dude, that's insane. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. There's no other investment that can do that. Forget crypto, forget stocks, forget real estate, forget all these other investments. ATM investments are one of the fastest returns that you can get when it comes to getting quick cash or cash on cash returns. Keep in mind this, the machine itself cost $3,000. I was buying the whole entire route plus the machine for $3,800. This route was also under contract for the next 3 years, meaning I have a machine that costs just as much as how much I'm going to invest. Not only that, but the amount of vaulting money, meaning the money that I needed to put into the machine, was only $2,000. When I spoke to the seller about the location, he told me about how hard it was to get this location. He was following up with that store owner, and she just couldn't budge on putting a machine in there until he finally broke her. And trust me when I tell you this guy worked for that location. And I can see why. It's a great location. I remember when I drove in there, that foot traffic that was in the store, wow. I knew this was a deal just getting there. And the fact that it was a cash only location and it was a fast food restaurant, I knew I had to have it. This was a deal that I couldn't miss on. But in today's video, yeah, those are the numbers that I used to acquire the location. Those are the acquisition numbers on why the deal made sense and every other thing that I took into consideration of buying this ATM route. But these are not the numbers that I wanted to talk to you about. There's other numbers when it comes to investments that I really want you to get inside of your head. A couple of videos back, I kept it real with you guys. I'm in some debt, and really bad debt. Not the good debt, some bad debt, credit card debt. I'm over $30,000 in debt.
What?
Which is crazy because some of you guys are probably watching this video and saying, Chris, why would you spend $6,000 on an investment knowing that you owe over $30,000 in credit card debt? Here's why. Let's keep it simple. Let's say I have a credit card for $4,000. And right now in this market, interest rates are crazy. Let's say that APR is 20%, right? On that card, I would assume $66.25 per month on just interest charges. Assuming I don't pay any of that debt, $66.25 in a year will add up to about $795 within a year. Plus the $4,000 that I owe, right? Year one, I will be in the hole $4,795, but the ATM machine will bring in about $3,000. I can use that money to pay off the debt in one lump sum, meaning by the end of 1 year, I would only owe $1,795, which by the way is kind of dumb to pay it off in 1 year, but that's not what we're talking about right now. I'm keeping it really simple for you guys because by year two, the ATM is going to start profiting because by the end of year two, I'll be able to pay off completely that debt and then it's going to be completely cash flow. Of course, for all you Karens out there that are going to be saying, well, that's assuming everything stays the same, right? Meaning I get the same amount of transactions, the store doesn't close down, I don't get robbed, the machine doesn't break down, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm keeping it simple for you guys. But that's the risk that comes with running a business. All those little factors that I just mentioned, yeah, that can be possible. That can decrease my profits.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But when it comes to running a business, everything comes with a risk. I'm willing to gamble on that risk because the numbers make sense. As a matter of fact, I already ran into some issues with that machine, but I fixed it and I'm still profitable. And I will be profitable after my second year. Business is risky. It's not for everyone. But the point I wanted to make about this video was that sometimes you have to hold on to your cash because you never know when an opportunity will present itself. You don't always have to pay off your debt. You want to have some cash on the side for when a good investment comes along, you can throw it at it. And I know this is going to go against everything that this Dave Ramsey guy talks about, but that guy talks about saving money for your regular person. I'm investing a completely different way. I approach wealth differently, but that's because my financial situation is also different compared to a lot of other people. There are times where you have to be cash ready, which is why I tell people don't get rid of your money so fast. Have some money sitting and make sure that the numbers make sense because when an opportunity presents itself, you're able to throw your money at that investment as long as the money makes sense, as long as the numbers make sense. Cash is king. Don't forget that. But that is it for today's video. Hopefully you found some value in this video. If you have some questions about the deal, make sure you hit them below. But if you did like the video, if you found some value, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.